I'm Mrs. Kesters from Walsh Jesuit High School, and this section is on simplifying expressions and combining like terms. So first, you might be asking yourself, what are like terms? And in layman terms, like terms have the same exact variable raised to the same numerical exponent. Okay, so some examples of that would be 3x and negative 5x. These are like terms. Okay, but if you have 3x and negative 5x squared, these are not like terms because your x is squared with the negative 5. So these are not like terms. If you have 4xy and then 5xy, these are like terms because they have the same exact variables. But again, if you were to change exponents and have 4xy squared and 5x squared y, then these would not be like terms because with the 4, your x just has a power of 1, but in the second part, with your 5, your x has a power of 2. Okay, so these would not be like terms. If you just have constants, constants are just negative 3 and 2. These are like terms, even though they don't have a variable with them. You could even make up something like, I don't know, 6 star and 5 star. Those would be like terms because they both have a variable that is a star. So let's get to some examples. Example number 1, what you want to do is add your like terms. So the things that are like terms is this negative 3m and 10m. So let's put those together first and just rewrite what you have left. So you have 9, negative 3m plus 10m gives me a positive 7m. Make sure that m stays. Then bring down your plus 4. Then simply just add the rest of your like terms, which are going to be your 9 and your 4, which are constants. So drop down your 7m. 9 plus 4 is going to give me a positive 13. 7m plus 13 is your answer for this example. Let's try another one. Example number 2, now we've got these parentheses. So you have to take this 10 and distribute. So first distribute this 10, and you have 7x plus 10 times 2x gives me 20x. 10 times negative 8 gives me a negative 80. Then we want to combine our like terms. And in this case, the 7x and the 20x are my like terms. So you have 27x. Then just drop down your negative 80, and you can't combine anything else. So this is my final answer. 27x minus 80. Example number 3, let's try another one. Again, we want to distribute, but be careful because you have a negative 5 here, so you have to distribute that whole entire number, the negative and the 5. So you have negative 4x. Negative 5 times 2x squared gives me a negative 10x squared. Negative 5 times a negative 3x gives me a positive 15x. Now looking at this, we have x and x squareds. Those are not like terms. But this negative 4x and this positive 15x are like terms. Negative 4x plus 15x gives me 11x. Then drop down your negative 10x squared and then smush them together with a plus sign because it was a positive 11x from here. So my final answer is negative 10x squared plus 11x. These cannot be combined because we have an x squared and an x, so you keep them separated. And our last example's got a lot of stuff in it, but first let's take it step by step and get rid of these numbers outside in front of those parentheses. So we want to distribute. Let's distribute the negative 2. So you're going to get negative 6xy. Negative 2 times negative 3x squared gives me a positive 6x squared. Then we've got this 8 and it has to go to all 3 of those, so draw those big rainbows. We've got a positive 8 times negative xy gives me a negative 8xy. 8 times negative 5x gives me a negative 40x. 8 times a positive 4x squared gives me a positive 32x squared. Now we have to combine all of our like terms, and we have a lot of different things going on here. So we have a negative 6xy. That's going to go with my negative 8xy. So add those together. Negative 6xy minus 8xy is going to give me a negative 14xy. Cross those guys out so you're not confused by them anymore. The next thing we come across is a 6x squared, and you look at the rest of the terms that you have, and you have a 32x squared. So let's add those two guys together because they are like terms. 6x squared plus 32x squared gives me a positive 38x squared. Cross those guys out because we're done with them. Now all we have left is that negative 40x. Drop that guy down. He doesn't have any other like terms, so my final answer is negative 14xy plus 38x squared minus 40x. Looks like a really complicated problem, but if you take it step by step, it's not too bad. So if you have any other questions, make sure you stop in and see me at the math office, or you can email me at kesterse@walshjesuit.org. Thanks for watching this video if you were confused or absent, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.